What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MULN stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will show you what you should do if you want to invest in this asset for the first time. I will show you the exact step-by-step solution, how you have to do your own due diligence and how you should decide whether or not this asset is worth your attention. So, and let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video somewhere at this point when this asset was at roughly 47 cents price point. And for the last, let me show you, for the last 14 days, it was hovering in the tight range of roughly 8.86%. Not so huge range, but in general, if you zoom out, you can see that this asset is in consistent downtrend. And the only 2 points from which you might be in green if you invested, if you entered the long position with this asset, is these 2 points. Let me show you right here. It is this one and this one. Tiny 4 days of trading where you potentially might be up for just several percent. All other points on this price chart, if you entered your long position somewhere, no matter where you enter it, you are deeply in red. And that is why this asset is extremely risky. So what should you do if you want to do your own due diligence? First of all, take a look on Google.com website and try to find MULN stock on it. And here you can see the performance of this company for 1 day, for 5 days, and so on and so forth. So it lost 4.05% for the last trading session. It lost 5.77% for the past 5 days. It lost 9.69% for the past month. It lost 98.14% for the past 6 months. Year to date, negative 99.39%. 1 year performance, negative 99.21%. 5 year performance, 99.95%. And from the very beginning of its listing is 100%. So it lost all of the value for the last several years. And let's continue with other news. If you take a look on their official press release section, you can find a lot of news, a lot of so-called bullish news, and none of them were the catalyst to hit much higher targets and to break its previous swing highs. And the reason for this weird price action is the consistent dilution of existing shareholders. This asset, let me switch to daily time frame and let me show you right here. This asset had 2 reverse stock splits at the very beginning of May, as you can see, for 425, and in less than 3 months at the very beginning of August for 149. And all of these reverse stock splits didn't help this company. Let me show you some interesting details. Why this asset is so popular among retail community. First of all, it is still on the list, in the most active list of stocktweets.com website. As you can see, for now it is on the 9th place. But we still have a lot of people who try to shill this stock. One of them is definitely Financial Journey. And let me show you a quite interesting detail. Right here you can see one of his latest video, and he said that MULN produced 1054 M1 cargo vans. And it is definitely pure lie, because we know that these cargo M1 vans are the vans from Chinese manufacturer. Let me show you right here. You can buy it on Made in China website, and the price of these vans starts from $13,500. They just imported these vehicles, but on top of that, the leftovers from the ELMS company are about, let's say, 300 vehicles. And this means with the latest update, with the latest deliveries of potential new vans, and if you take a look on the importgenius.com website, you can see that they imported just several more vans, not so many, I have to say, and that is why this number of 1054 vehicles is pure lie. And why Cal is still trying to shield this stock, and he's telling the pure lie to his viewers. I don't know. And next step, what should you do? You have to just take a look on the Reddit thread related to Mullen. And right here you can see one of the latest comments, and Administrative Set 236 wrote this just yesterday. Mullen's balance sheet is a dumpster fire. They don't have enough cash to pay off their short-term liabilities, with a cash deficit of about 40 million. Even more, the vast majority of their current liabilities are other current liabilities, 93 million of which is a bazaar. Looking at their assets, they have very little actual equipment and factories or anything used for manufacturing. Only 20 million of their 300 million total assets are actually equipment and factories. 90 million is a goodwill, also known as the amount they paid in excess of what the equipment or factory should have been worth, and another 90 million is intangible assets, which is basically complete BS. Anyone with a brain cell would know that this can only go to zero at this point, no matter what the company tries to do. They are so far in the hole that the damage is irreversible. So, I completely agree with this statement, and you have to read their balance sheet and understand what are their upsides and downsides, what are their pros and cons. And unfortunately, none of these shillers from YouTube, none of them are telling you that David Mishuri received $155.491 million. And he received it from September 30th, 2019. He received it alone. And how it is even possible that he has this huge amount of remuneration? If the market capitalization, the total market cap of the entire company is only $81.5 million. It doesn't make sense. On top of that, none of these YouTubers will tell you that they additionally have about 52 million shares. That wasn't the subject of adjustment for any decrease or increase in number of shares. This means this number wasn't affected by the latest reverse stock split, and this means board of directors can dump all these shares on top of the existing number of shares of 182.679 million shares. This means they can dilute for 1/3 of the value of entire company in a matter of next several just weeks, I guess. Next one. Why none of these YouTubers tell you about these add-ons to their agreement? So, 2 months ago, board of directors voted to award themselves each $5 million for a change in control. This means if any member of their board of directors will be dismissed, each and every member will receive $5 million. So, how cool is that? On top of that, guys, I receive a lot of hate from the viewers because I am a bear, long-term bear on Mullen, and I have to disclose that I don't have any position on Mullen and never had any of them. I just do this due diligence in order to preserve your capital. And a lot of my viewers told me that I don't show any positive signs that might be the catalyst for this asset. And guys, there are zero positive signs. Even if you take a look on the importgenius.com website, yes, they have quite high activity of receiving new frame parts from China, from Chinese manufacturer, and they received just, let's say, 56 packages back in September, the very late September 29th of this year. But in general, if you take a look right here, and here is the due diligence that was made by Smitty Accountant, and she told us that cost of goods sold is a bunch of BS. And here you can see the statement, the latest earnings report, where Mullen Automotive said that they have about $308,000 for vehicles sold, and the cost of sales is $248,669,000. But if you take a look right here, she made a very thorough due diligence, and she found out that the real COGS is around 600,000 plus Mullen's additional costs. This means Mullen Automotive is losing money on each and every vehicle they sold. And this means these vehicles, these new so-called produced vehicles, is nothing else but a smoke and mirrors. They want to show you some kind of activity, that they are doing something, but this activity will not help this company to hit higher price targets. And that is why, guys, I highly suggest you not to enter any position with this asset by any means. This asset is set to go to zero, and eventually it will be delisted from Nasdaq Stock Exchange, and eventually it goes bankrupt. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.